Hey folks, it's CJ, coming at you with the first video on how to use the Wildland editor to make your own enemies and bosses in the game. In this video, we'll be talking about how to use the console commands to make your editing process a little bit easier, as well as how to make your first modifications to enemies and bosses that are already in the game. Let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is head over to the Wildland editor URL. You can find that on this page here by clicking this link. Next, you're going to want to log in. For something like this, you can log in as a guest. Now, once you're in the game, these are the two console commands that you're probably going to want to use to make your editing process a little bit easier. The first one is toggle invuln. This will make you invulnerable to all enemies' attacks as you are testing them out as you play the game. What you're going to want to do is hit /TOGGLE INVULN. If you did it correctly, you should see a message that says you are now invulnerable to other entities. The next command that you'll probably find useful is the give kit command. This gives you more weapons and armor, since when you log into this space, you'll most likely just be having your initial gun as you kind of play through all of this. So that command is /GIVEKIT. And you'll know you did this correctly if you go to your inventory and you see a bunch of T10 gear and a bunch of T13 gear. Awesome. Now that you got your console commands in, let's get started on editing our first enemy. So to do that, you're going to press the C button, which will bring up this coding interface. From here, you're going to go down to this drop-down menu and click Assassin. To make sure that the assassin is working properly, we're going to make sure that we hit apply. Once you hit apply, the game should reload. And then you'll walk in here to confirm that the enemy is there. It looks like our enemy is working, so we're ready to start making edits. I'm just going to kill this guy really fast. Awesome. Next, what you're going to want to do is probably play with the bullet definition. So what you'll see here is fire, 5, relative, and 0. For fire, this is what you use to use the ability to fire that ability. The 5 is the speed at which this will be fired. Relative actually comes in two flavors, either relative or absolute. If you use absolute, you will always shoot in the same direction, as in the enemy will always shoot in the same direction. So if you put in absolute and then 90 degrees, then you'll always be shooting 90 degrees from the boss. But relative makes it so that you can shoot at the player and target the player. Which is why you'll see when you play with the assassin, it's always shooting directly at you. And then here is where you would put the angle if you wanted to change the angle. But since we don't want to change the angle here, since we're shooting directly at the player, we will leave this at 0. The first thing you could probably do is change the speed around. Let's go from 5 to 10. Hit apply. Again, this will reload your game. And now if we check, this assassin should be shooting bullets way more quickly. And you'll notice that this is at double the speed of which we had last time. If you want to see that a little bit more clearly, you can go and change this from 10 to something like 20. And you'll notice that the assassin bullets are twice as fast as they were last time. Also, after each reload, you'll notice that I am getting hits right now. You'll just need to put in those console commands again. Each reload, if you do want to be invulnerable when you are fighting the enemy. Awesome. And that's it for video 1.